The movie starts with Tyler, a high school student who is currently in love with his beautiful girlfriend Allison. He lives with his younger sister Tiffany. His family is financially well off, but his life has changed to be more colorful since he met Allison at his school. Unfortunately, all this time he never invites her to meet his parents because they are rarely at home and very busy at work. They have close friends at school named Gil and Lydia. Tyler also works as a waiter at a cafe near the beach, where he and his friend often play together at the beach. One night, they want to go to their friend's party. There, Allison accidentally runs into an old friend in San Francisco named Chase, and she intends to introduce him to Tyler. At some point, Tyler and Chase are talking together. Chase reveals that in San Francisco, Allison used to be a bad girl who likes to party and would often drink and sleep with other men. Tyler immediately gets angry because Allison has never told him about her past, leading the couple to break up. Disappointed, he decides to leave the party, leaving Allison alone. He meets a beautiful and very rich woman named Holly. She invites him to drive around with her luxury car. He accepts the offer and starts to tell her that he just broke up with his girlfriend. She tries to calm him down gradually, ends up with partying and sleeping together at her huge and wonderful house. The next morning, Tyler wakes up and goes straight to Holly in the living room with some photos on the floor. She starts telling her family story that her father had died long ago and left a great deal of wealth, while her stepmother travels a lot, causing her to often feel lonely during this time. Right now, she's very happy that they can spend the rest of the weekend together at her house. They are bonding all day, and Tyler is tempted by Holly's seduction for sex at night, seemingly forgetting all about Allison. After they are satisfied, he realizes that he has to go home because his little sister is home alone. He says that the weekend is very special before leaving Holly's house. When he gets home, he checks his cell phone and finds that he has received a lot of messages from his closest people, including Allison, telling him where to meet her to solve their problem a few days earlier. The following day, he rushes to Allison's house. Allison apologizes for her behavior and recounts that while in San Francisco, she was affected by her bad association there. That's why her family chooses to move here, hoping to live a better life. They finally admit and forgive each other's mistakes back then, and they choose to get back together again in the end. They also promise not to keep secrets from each other. However, Tyler seems to remember his mistake for sleeping with Holly last weekend, but he still chooses to keep the secret from Allison. In the new semester at school, there is a new student who enters Tyler's class, and it turns out to be Holly. She reveals that now she and her stepmother move in the area forever and wants to surprise him that she goes to the same class with Tyler. After class ends, the group gathers in the cafeteria for lunch, and suddenly Holly comes and introduces herself to join them. A panicked Tyler instantly messages Holly to meet him downstairs near the elevator later. They finally see each other after school. At first, she thinks that he wants to make out with her, but apparently, he wants to say that he wants to break up with her because it was a mistake. Sadly, Holly threatens him that he will regret what he did last weekend. The next day, Allison and Holly decide to go to the cafe where Tyler works. There, Holly shows Allison a photo of a man whose face is invisible. Tyler is terrified that she will tell Allison about their backstreet relationship, but luckily, she still keeps the secret. Holly begins to hang out and grows closer to them by the day. She also often goes to Allison's house to chat. In the meantime, Tyler wants to confess to Allison about his affair with Holly via text, but then Holly decides to stay in Allison's house, causing him to delay telling her the secret. While Allison is sleeping, Holly secretly takes some of Allison's belongings, and also a photo of Tyler with Allison. As time passes, Tyler begins to suspect that Holly is dangerous, especially one day when he meets her stepmother, Corinne, who reveals that Holly is taking medication for a mental disorder. She seems to have an obsession about something that she loves. Soon, Lydia becomes suspicious of Holly when she discovers Holly's lack of any social media presence. According to her, everyone must have a social media account nowadays, but oddly, she doesn't have one. Holly inadvertently overhears the conversation and feels threatened. While they are in the cafeteria, Holly intentionally brings their favorite smoothies to the table, with one specially poisoned for Lydia. Lydia instantaneously has a very severe allergic reaction after drinking the poisoned smoothie, so she has to be rushed to the hospital. Allison straightaway escorts her to the hospital while Tyler guesses that his suspicions come true. At one time, Allison tells Tyler that Holly is pregnant. He initially doesn't believe that their previous relationship could get Holly pregnant. As a good friend, Allison decides to accompany her through her difficult times. Holly later shows up at Tyler's house, playing with Tiffany. She tells him that she wants the two of them to get back together, but Tyler quickly takes her out by force and pushes her away from his life forever. That night, Holly goes to Allison and tells her everything. Tyler too thinks about everything and goes to Lydia in the hospital, where Lydia reveals that she thinks Holly had poisoned her milkshake. Tyler then tells Lydia about everything and also tells her that he is going to tell Allison about everything that has happened between him and Holly. Tyler and Allison meet at the beach. Allison is really angry at him as she already knows everything. She tells Tyler that she never wants to see his face again. On the other hand, Holly texts Tyler that now Allison and he are broken. They can be together. Tyler does not respond to Holly. Holly then proceeds to get Tyler suspended, saying that he assaulted her. Tyler then finds out that Holly's real first name is Elizabeth, and then looks her up online and discovers that she violently assaulted another female student over a boy and was committed to a mental institution for a while as a result. That night, Holly kidnaps Ollie and then lures Tyler to her house by sending him a picture of an unconscious Ollie. Meanwhile, Allison awakens to discover that she has been tied up and bound to a chair in Holly's house. Corinne comes home and finds Allison and attempts to rescue her. However, Holly sneaks up behind Corinne and suffocates her with a plastic bag and ends up killing her. When Tyler arrives at Holly's house, he discovers Allison unconscious. Tyler manages to free Allison. As they are about to step outside, they see the dead body of Holly's stepmother. Tyler knows a way out from the bedroom and he along with Allison gets out of there, but as they get outside, there stands Holly with a gun in her hand. She says, "I have realized that if Allison dies, we can be together." She tries to shoot Allison, but Tyler gets in front of her and takes a bullet for his beloved. Allison picks up the fire poker, which Tyler had dropped when the two were confronted by Holly, and stabs Holly right into her belly. In the meantime, Tyler's friend also gets there and they all rush him to the hospital. After a few days, Tyler is fine. Both Allison and Tyler realize how much they actually love each other and they are very happy being together. Holly, on the other hand, is wheeled into the back of an ambulance and asks the paramedic Dan to never leave her and makes him promise. He then assures her that he will take care of her, and a sinister look crosses Holly's face. Seems like Holly becomes obsessed yet with another man. As for Tyler, he is later seen celebrating his sister's birthday, surrounded by Ollie and all their other friends.